watch, listen, consume. Other ways you can get involved in rollerblading without actually having your skates on. Edits to watch, podcasts to listen to, and clobber to buy. Watch it. I've done a reaction video to this one earlier in the week. Make sure you check out Bishguys. So Big Al Dynamite Delega teamed up with Brian Weiss, Kuda Holt for this park edit. Bishop DIY in Detroit. Honestly, it's sick. Rewatch value on this is through the roof. Make sure you check that one out. Tom Sharman's been out in the streets for the freest, coldest months of the year, filming for the Capital Rollers, and he's put together a 13-minute chop in celebration of the new underground themed gear from Capital Rollers. So you've got the wheel and you've got a t-shirt, all the classic spots on there. No need to go asking people anymore. It's all on the back of your t-shirt or on your wheel. Make sure you act fast and get a pair of them. Make sure you also check out this edit. 13 minutes long. Awesome. Not only does it capture all the great skating, but also the city, the vibe, the feeling of skating in London. All the different varieties of spots, you know. You've got the horrible estates with the unfavourable ground, and then you've got the smoother surfaces of the city, all the new builds and new things that are happening, all captured beautifully in there. Skating from the whole gang. So you've got Bruce Dobby, you've got Neil Ingle, Danielle McCluskey, I'm going to forget names, come on, Blake Bird, Billy Merton, and a load of others, definitely forgetting people. Make sure you check it out and find out who's in it. That's a surprise. I've not told you everybody because there's a few surprises in there. Check it out. So this is where I get a little bit stitched up on Instagram. People don't always put their actual name or their full name. So the Instagram handle is Yam Sams. I'm going to guess Sam Yams. Did a little digging. I couldn't find the name. Anyway, he's slowly been posting up sections from Gas in the Tank. This edit is sick, man. And he's done you a favour. He's gone, don't worry, you don't have to sit down and watch the whole thing. I'm going to be nice to you. I'm going to put up little sections on IG so you can watch as you're scrolling through. I appreciate that, so should you. So far posted up is the intro, Devin Thomas, Mike Talaki, Britt Myslinski, Sam Geis. Expect more to come soon. Orange Wheel Company announced Martin Danning as the newest member of their team and posted up a little edit for it. And this is just the standard of Martin Danning edits now. Is sick, like it's just fast paced, smashing up the place basically. 720s, diving here, boosting off that wall. I like it, man. Good energy, proper like aggro skating, but keeping it cool as well. Nice combo. Welcome to the Orange team. Another one I've done a reaction video to, but make sure you check out the original drop. LTE, Big Rooster, Jeremy Soderburg, For the Economy. Another banger from these guys, consistent, always consistent, top quality, creative skating, tech, loads of nice spins out of stuff, always good. Make sure you check that one out. Ilia Savosin posted up another one. It's only short, but it's just your typical Ilia edit, man. It's just a bit of a mind blower about how good he is at skating. Always keeps it fun. He's out in the freezing cold snow again. Nothing will stop him getting the practice in and getting the grinds in. Check it out. It's just brilliant. The kid is amazing. Clarkvzeller and his mate Nicholas Meister have posted up an edit called ÄUÄ SCHO. I imagine that's another name I've butchered, along with the many I've butchered before. Sorry about that. The edit's sick. I'm a really big fan of Clark skating and his mate. Interesting spots, cool manoeuvres. Give these ones a listen. The Wax Toaster are always tapped in to what's going on, what's cool, who we want to know about, who's coming up. They've always got the good guests. This week, it's Julian Garcia and Corrales. I really like the organic, kind of natural feel to the Wax Toaster podcasts. It just feels like mates having a catch up and having a chat. And I really like that view on it, that take on it. No matter what the situation is, Wax Toaster boys keep on rolling, they keep on pushing through. So the whole conversation starts with Julian driving in his motor on the way to his mate Lewis's house. So they're chatting about work, about how Kevin Dallin got him hooked up on this TV work that he's doing at the moment, and how Kevin seems to be doing that, keeping people working. It's really cool. They talk about grab assing. And then he carries on driving to Lewis's house, meet up with Lewis, and he gets involved in the podcast. Really interesting story about how Lewis used to hire his skates for like 4 or 5 years, going around stealing mangoes so he could skate. I mean, how many of us can say we were that dedicated? Nicking mangoes, selling them just to be played in. Loads more interesting stories on there. Really like the feel of these podcasts. Make sure you check them out. Up on the podcast this week for episode 94, Jeremy Soderburg. He talks everything from, loving Louis Zamora. Who doesn't love Louis Zamora, man? What a sick skater. He talks about that situation with USD, being on them for yonks, for ages, being promised certain things that never really materialise, and making that decision to, I'm done with this. Keep your USDs. I'm doing other things, which seems pretty sensible to me. He's been in the game for ages and stayed really consistent with the style of tricks he's after, but always evolving, keeping it interesting. And there's loads more in this podcast. Make sure you check this one out. The King Rooster, Jern. Make sure you pop on over to Chris Edwards' Instagram. He sat down with Arlo Eisenberg to talk about the origins of the soul, which Arlo pretty much invented. They also talk about the competition, Soul for Arlo. The winner can bag themselves a reissued Birth Legacy Arlo tee. Man, that thing is looking cool. Also, while you're there, get onto Arlo's profile. A bloke called Jake McCauley was travelling through the country, came up on a box of old Senate gear, some super rare stuff in there. One particular shirt stood out. If you go onto Arlo's profile, you get to see him do his soul for the competition, but also sporting the shirt. Nice bit of design on that, very rare. Check it out. Clobber you can buy. Los Balas Perdidas. I've not only released Flamer, which you should definitely have checked out by now. It's unreal. It goes off on that VOD, man. And it's only like €10. They've also released some new clobber. You've got t-shirts, jumpers, hoodies, really cool designs in there. You've even got one that's a nod to the 1992 Barcelona Olympics mascot bloke, but they've got him with a camera and a pair of skates on, and he's out there trying to grab all the action. Sick gear, get a load of that. Take Global have released Update Patch version 3.8. So this is a couple of extra bits added on to the stuff they've just recently released. You've got a sweater on there, and you've got the bag that they've teased for a little bit. Some really cool designs, 90s, 80s rave influenced. Make sure you go and check those out. You can put all sorts in that bag. Your groceries, a little bit of milk, your skate stuff, whatever you need for a good day out skating. Mentioned it briefly before, but the whole reason that Capital Rollers edit came out was to celebrate their new wheel and some new gear that they've released. So you've got a t-shirt with like a tube map of London with all the spots. Same kind of design on the wheel. So no more trying to work out where things are. You just go to the back of your t-shirt or pull up your mate's foot and have a look at those wheels. Where are we going next? Where are the spots that nobody wants to share because they're tight? You can now get them on the map. There's a few of them. Obviously not all of them. The rest you have to work out for yourself. Some specs about the wheels. They were poured up in the USA by Undercover, so you know their quality. 60mm, 90A hardness, good for street or skate park. Whatever floats your boat, whatever you're into, they should do the job for. Also, 10% of the profits go towards Capital Rollas' next street jam. Too Easy, Bethnal Blues. You've got James Bauer out there, Sheriff James Bauer, singing the Bethnal Blues. What a sick t-shirt. You've got a nice snap, the Bauer dressed as a sheriff or like a cowboy. Slap the Bethnal Blues on there. Sick, looks awesome. Make sure you check that out. Get over to Too Easy. Them skates seem to be dropping merch on a regular basis. If it's not a skate, every now and then. In between, it's t-shirts, hoodies, beanies, hats, even laces. Oh, and some mugs as well. All sorts. Really like that there's constantly a refresh on what they're offering. 3 new t-shirts. They've got them crooked, so it's got a slightly crooked letter on the tee. They've got a minimalist 4 dots t-shirt, and then they've got one called Hands, which seems to be sign language. Let me see if I can get this right. So it's the T, the H, the E, and the M. I think I got that right in the end. Check it out, really cool design. Conjure Brand posted up a little teaser video. Big release tomorrow. Keep your eyes peeled on that. Really excited to see what they're offering up. Gods have put up the FM3, Franco Morales 3 for pre-order. Off the back of the FM2 doing so well. Everybody was super keen on that. So like, oh, we'll give you the 3 if you like. Pre-order this. Inspired by Jordan 12, Cherry. If you like basketball shoes, you're into all that, this would seem to be the skate for you, I reckon. It comes with the Kaiser frame. You got 60mm wheels on the outside, 45mm anti-rockers on the inside, ABEC line bearings, good quality skate. Chris Piasek, Roll Over the Hill, posted up his custom Danny Beer 909s. He's got a permanent marker and got to work on the shell. He's got really fruity, got a bit creative in there with the designs. Kind of reminds me of when Arlo did the Valet skate. Really cool, why not? Would love to see more like that. It looks like a pretty interesting design. Nice one, Chris. Spoilt again, loads of stuff, man. Loads of things to watch, couple of podcasts to listen to, and loads of clobber you can buy. Man, like there's just always stuff going on in rollerblading at the minute. It's actually a bit mad. Probably the same again next week. Spotty dog.